Bannon has claimed President Donald Trump will be in payback mode if he is re-elected in 2020. The former White House chief strategist, 65, also said that none of the 18 Democrats who are running could beat the Republicans. Speaking to Politico earlier this week, Bannon said of Trump's re-election, "You are going to get pure Trump off the chain." 4 years of Donald Trump in payback mode. The payback would likely be retaliation for the Democratic-led investigations into the president and the negative media swirling around Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe into alleged collusion with Russia, all of which Trump has seen as personal attacks. Bannon suggested the U.S. hasn't seen anything yet when it comes to the outspoken president's brash antics. He went on to say that no one could take on the current president one-on-one, but identified Elizabeth Warren as having the best policies of the bunch. He added, "You are not going to beat Trump with policies, right? Elizabeth Warren has an incredibly detailed and probably the most well-thought-through set of policy prescriptions, and they keep coming every day." She's at, what, 7%, 8%? Last month Bannon revealed he agreed with the Massachusetts senator on her policy calling for the breakup of big tech companies such as Google, Amazon and Facebook. In an advert, Warren claimed the 3 tech companies had bulldozed the competition and used private information for profit. "I said this in September of 2017, Bannon told Wall Street Journal at large on Fox Business Network. "These companies have too much concentration of power. They ought to be broken up. You've got to go after Facebook. You have to go after Google." Despite his praise, Warren has criticized Bannon in the past, even going as far as to call the former Breitbart chairman, who said it was a platform for the alt-right, a white supremacist. Speaking at the Wall Street Journal CEO Council in 2016, Warren said of Bannon, "People didn't vote for Trump so that he could bring a white supremacist into the White House." Bannon went on to say it wouldn't surprise him if Hillary Clinton ran again in 2020, if Democrats were backed into a corner. He added, "If they don't think that they've got somebody that can beat him, the vampire is going to be in the bullpen." She did get 63 million votes. In February, Bannon, who served as the CEO of Trump's victorious campaign, predicted that his former boss would win again bigger than he won in 2016, but he warned that the run-up to the 2020 election would be the most vitriolic year in American politics since before the Civil War, "And I include Vietnam in that. I think we're in. I think we're in for a very nasty 2019, he said in an interview on CBS Face the Nation. Steve Bannon attacks the Pope for his criticism of Trump and populist movements he likened to the rise of Hitler. As he says the Catholic Church is on the verge of bankruptcy. Former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon attacked the Pope for criticizing populist movements and sensationally claimed the Catholic Church is on the verge of bankruptcy. The former Breitbart News chairman, who attended a private Catholic military school, blasted Pope Francis for his comments against populist leaders. Speaking to MSNBC's Richard Engel, Bannon said, "He's the administrator of the church, and he's also a politician. This is the problem. He is constantly putting all the faults in the world on the populist nationalist movement." While Bannon said he created a platform for the alt-right in Breitbart, Francis has cautioned against the movement, warning 2 years ago that it could lead to the election of another Adolf Hitler. Bannon, who previously gave a talk about his global nationalist vision via Skype at a conference in the Vatican in 2014, has become highly critical of Francis in recent years. Many of Francis' positions on topics such as populism, immigration and nationalism in Europe go against former Donald Trump advisor Bannon's ideology. The 65-year-old has praised Trump, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban and French far-right leader Marine Le Pen for their anti-immigration stances, while Francis has called for every country to welcome as many refugees as they can. In response, Bannon has linked up with several Vatican hardliners, including conservative Cardinal Raymond Burke, who has supported calls for Francis to step down. Now Bannon has blasted Francis for mismanaging sex abuse scandals across the globe, and claimed the Catholic Church could go bankrupt. Bannon added, "The Catholic Church is heading to a financial crisis that will lead to a bankruptcy. It could actually bring down, not the theology, not the teachings, not the community of the Catholic Church but the physical and financial apparatus of this church. Bannon is said to be developing an alt-right compound in Rome with Dignitatis Humanae Institute, reports the Daily Beast. He previously said it would be an academy that brings the best thinkers together to train modern gladiators. MSNBC will broadcast Steve Bannon's interview in On Assignment with Richard Engel this Sunday at 9 p.m. ET.
Yeah.